That's not that's for vehicles.
No, do not enter.
Yeah, so that is a vehicle sign. That's a vehicle. That is a vehicle sign.
And it means that you have to go on the other side.
Dude, that's a vehicle sign.
No.
That's a vehicle sign. If you didn't want people back here, it would say no unauthorized people.
No, it says what it says.
That is what it would say. Dude, that is what it would say.
Yeah,
Why? You know.
What do you mean why? You know why? Because every one of you seen that goddamn video and you ain't done nothing to stand up to that cocksucker over there in the freaking DA's office to say what he did to me was wrong that day. Y'all seen the video?
Can we just go on the turnstile where it's warm?
No, we're gonna stay out here. Y'all are just as guilty as him if you ain't raising your hand going, yo, Donnie Cotton did me wrong, dude. You know he did me wrong, and you guys are protecting him.
Who?
Brittany Viscami. She works for the legislative board. Oh, surprise! Guess what? Right in the same office Jeff Carpenter works, bro. That is a traffic sign right there. Yes, it is.
It means that you're not
That is a
supposed to come
traffic
back.
sign,
You're
is
not
what that
allowed to
is.
come back.
And that's not what that means. That means in the vehicle you can't come back here.
What it
You don't know what the f you're talking about.
Sorry, you don't at this point.
You don't know what the f you're talking about. Because you know what? You would have a sign on this sidewalk right here where this is. This would be a demarcation line right here that would say no unauthorized people. You need to go back to school.
No.
You don't know what the f you're.
All right, guys. This is where the situation completely explodes. What started as a simple disagreement over access to a public area suddenly turned into a heated constitutional confrontation. Rich stood face to face with law enforcement near a government facility in New York, arguing that a simple "do not enter" traffic sign did not legally restrict pedestrians from entering a public space. But officers weren't backing down, and neither was he. Tensions rose fast as accusations, frustration, and years of anger poured out in real time. Rich claimed authorities had ignored evidence, protected public officials, and violated his constitutional rights after a previous incident involving Donnie Cotton. As emotions boiled over, he openly challenged officers, demanding answers about destroyed property, alleged retaliation, and what he believed was a coordinated effort to silence him. And from this point forward, things only got more intense.
Talking about.
Rich,
What?
let's calm down a little bit. Cause
No,
we're not.
we got 5 days. We got 10 days to arrest Donnie Cotton. Which one of you fuckers is going to actually pick up the fucking phone and call him? What?
Rich.
It doesn't matter. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say to you. Is there anybody around to make a complaint against me? No. So shut the fuck up.
No, you want to do that.
Rich.
Yeah, I do.
You stay on that side.
Rich.
Yeah, I'm on this side.
We don't need to yell. We're not going to get excited.
Yeah, because you know what? I can't be disorderly with you guys, can I? Because you guys have to take my. You have to take my shit. Is what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what we get paid to do.
That's exactly what you get paid
You're
for.
deciding
So
your first
here's the
amendment
thing: if you don't want me back here, you put a sign up that says "No unauthorized people," because I can go right there. I can go right over there and go right the back around the building where there is no signs. Yes, I can. Well, let's try it out. No, I'm not stopping.
You want to go inside
And whose vehicle is that back there? That looks like it's been here for a month. You guys are storing a vehicle in the back, are you?
Huh?
Whose vehicle are you guys storing in the back?
Whose vehicle?
Yeah, the Mercedes. Whose vehicle is that in the back?
Ongoing criminal.
Oh, is that? Yeah. I mean, so again, you would have. So again,
Imaginary line.
imaginary. Okay, I'm glad you just said that. There's an. Say it again. Say it again for the camera. There is an imaginary line.
Why are you doing this?
Where is that imaginary line?
From where the sign goes over here.
So where is that? So look it, dude.
Right to the building.
You would have a sign here because this is all
You want me
public
to put up a
property.
sign?
Yes, I do. I want you to put up a sign. Yep,
Okay.
that's what I want.
We usually don't have.
We
this.
don't usually have this, but she is a f***ing tyrant, and I f***ing hate that. F*** you.
We usually have a
A
pretty.
fucking.
We usually have a pretty cordial conversation.
We do, sir. We do. I appreciate what you've done for me in the past.
Every time you call and you ask me to do something, I do it.
This ain't about you. This is about Donnie Cotton and all of you not doing your jobs.
But the last time we spoke,
Yeah, you told me.
I called there right away. Called you back.
You did.
Immediately.
So why isn't somebody here going, look at that video? Because what he did, they took my phone, dude. I asked him in my video. You can hear me ask the guy in my video, say, that's my phone. It fell on the thing. Give it back. You gonna be the cool guy and give it back to me? He takes it in and destroys it, dude. That was theft. Why isn't that theft? Why isn't that theft?
Like I told you before,
Why isn't it theft? Why isn't it theft? Why isn't it theft? If your gun fell on the ground and I take your gun and I go put it in the building over there, that's theft. And you say, Rich, that's my gun, give it back. Stand up to him and say, dude, look at this video that he got done wrong. You guys are protecting an elected official. You know how bad that looks for you guys?
Well, we're not protecting all
You are.
official.
You are.
He's the attorney.
You're protecting Donnie Cotton, who's the elected official.
Rich.
In the end, you're protecting Donnie Cotton, dude, who's the official.
We talked about this.
We did, and I'm still not happy about the result. We got 10 days left.
Why is there 10 days?
Statute of limitations runs out on the 15th.
On the 15th.
So I'm going to push this hard. I'm going to push this so you guys make a mistake. Maybe when one of you guys makes a mistake, maybe then you'll all be willing to talk to me about something, won't you?
Dude, I talk to you every time.
I want to know why Donnie Cotton is not being arrested when we have video evidence of him coming up to...
Here's where it gets absolutely unbelievable. Rich continued pushing back against officers, insisting the sign being referenced was clearly meant for vehicle traffic, not pedestrians. According to him, if the area was truly restricted, there should have been visible warnings specifically stating no unauthorized personnel. Instead, he argued officers were inventing what he called an imaginary boundary to intimidate him and prevent him from exercising his First Amendment rights. The confrontation became increasingly personal as Rich accused officials of protecting Donnie Cotton while ignoring what he viewed as obvious misconduct caught on video. At one point, officers attempted to calm the situation and move the conversation inside, but Rich refused to back down. His anger wasn't just about one moment anymore. It was about what he believed was systemic corruption, abuse of authority, and a government structure protecting its own people at the expense of accountability.
Dude, his official statement, get in there, go in there and look at what his official statement says. I turned to look in the vehicle, right? I looked in the vehicle. He said to me, hey, don't look in that vehicle. That's not what he said. On the video, he says, I'm going to fucking pound you. Don't look in that vehicle. That was a threat. That was fighting words. He got 1 inch from me with a closed fist and struck me, and you guys don't seem to want to think. His official statement was, I looked in the vehicle. I became angry after he told me not to look in the vehicle. Doesn't even make sense, bro. Why would I be angry for him telling me not to look in the vehicle? I know I have all the right in the world to look in there. Makes sense, right? So in his statement, he says, I became angry, and I walked up to him, maced him, punched him in his face. You go look at that video and you tell me if that happened. He's lying. Why isn't he being arrested for perjury?
Right, and everything...
Why is he not being arrested for perjury and the theft? Take the assault out of it. Let's say my mace had something to do with whether or not... I know. Let's go into Bristol. Yeah, yeah.
Shivering.
Dude, it ain't about you, man.
I know it's not.
It really isn't.
It's not.
I'm really angry, dude, that Jeff Carpenter is... Will the sheriffs investigate this or what?
No. They won't. We're paying the debt.
I need an explanation. I need to know why Donnie Cotton's not being arrested. That's what I want to know. There has to be a reason why he's not being arrested, and I need to know that.
Give us one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right.
I'm jacked just because, man. That shouldn't be going on like that. Y'all seen the video. Would you do me a favor and read his statement and see if his statement lines up with the video evidence? The video evidence is he walked up to me 16 feet with a closed fist, said, do I have to fucking pound you, right? And then proceeded to get 1 inch from me and strike me. The video clearly shows that.
Right.
My phone hits the ground while we're scuffling. When I break his nose, phone hits the ground. His guy comes over, picks my phone up. I say to his guy, hey, that's my phone. Are you going to be the cool guy and give it back to me? He knew it was my phone. He can't say that he thought that was Donnie's phone like he said in his statement. I told him specifically, that is my phone. Why didn't I get my phone back?
Right.
Why didn't I get my phone back?
And I told you what we were doing the last time, and I did it, and I sent it there, and that's the response. Yeah.
I need answers, bro. I need answers. I need answers to know why Donnie Cotton is being protected by Jeff Carpenter. Why is he not being arrested for clear crimes? We got a theft on him. We got a theft on him because they took my property and I told them it was mine and they didn't return it. Instead, they decided to take it in. Do you know that phone had hammer marks on it, bro? Hammer marks on my goddamn phone.
I never saw the phone.
Hammer marks. Do you know how hard it is to break one of those right there?
I feel like
By stepping on it, dude. That right there, that little tiny little thing that you see there, was shattered, bro. Shattered. And then the lens. You know how hard that is to shatter one of those? They broke, you could see right here around my camera that there was little ball peen hammer marks where they beat it with a hammer. And nobody wants to do anything about that. And I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
And back when this was just had happened after, I brought everything in. And
I brought everything in. Yes, I did. So I just wanted to know,
presented everything.
So my charges weren't dropped immediately like they should have been because obviously Everything in your body cam, dude, your body cam footage shows a lot of his lying in that video to weaponize the police. Why isn't that being addressed?
Right, that's generally our practice. Like, you know, we came to that decision today, and we had a discussion about that. You understand why we came to that decision, obviously.
But I never got any answers, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all didn't provide me with any answers. You just said, this is the deal, and I'm sorry, that's it. I need specifics. Why isn't this man being charged with striking me, with destroying my equipment, and clearly perjury for lying on police body cam? He says he's the only one out there that confronted me. That's not true. We know there was 3 guys out there that day that confronted me, not just him.
Right.
He's lying about that. He also lies again and says, I was just being a fuckhead and I never told him what I was there for. That's not true. In the video, I tell him 3 times, I'm here.
And this is the moment everything changed. Rich shifted from arguing about public access to directly accusing officials of covering up criminal behavior. He passionately described how his phone was allegedly taken, destroyed with a hammer, and never returned despite him repeatedly identifying it as his property on camera. According to Rich, this wasn't just misconduct, it was theft carried out under color of law. He argued that body camera footage contradicted official statements made by Donnie Cotton and claimed the evidence clearly showed Cotton approaching aggressively, threatening him, and initiating physical contact first. Rich repeatedly questioned why no perjury charges had been filed if the statements given to police allegedly did not match the video evidence. Officers listened carefully, occasionally attempting to de-escalate the situation, but Rich refused to let the conversation move away from accountability. For him, this wasn't simply frustration anymore. It had become a full-scale battle over truth, evidence, and abuse of power.
There being an asshole recording people's plates. I didn't record a single plate until he went up to my vehicle and recorded inside my vehicle, my registration, my VIN, and my plate numbers. He has all the right in the world to do that. Why is that? Because my vehicle was parked lawfully out on the sidewalk, or out on the road, which your officer, who was coming to see me after I was arrested, had my keys and decided, because Donnie Cotton says to her, now this is where it gets interesting, because he retaliates further against me. He says, I am the highway superintendent. I have that power to tow his vehicle. And your officer listened to him, bro. My vehicle was lawfully parked on the side of the road, and she had my keys. So she was coming back here. All she had to do was get me my keys after she searched my vehicle. That's all she had to do. But that f***ing cunt, Lauren, decided to f***ing, what? Retaliate with Donnie Cotton. Now, Donnie Cotton invokes his official elected position. I am the highway superintendent. I have that power to tow his vehicle. She listened to him, dude. He weaponized her that day. Why is that? Why?
I can't remember, or wasn't obviously there.
It is what happened.
Where the vehicle was, you know.
It was parked. It was. So are you familiar with the building? It was parked in front of the business, out in front of the business, next to it, lawfully.
I kind of remember.
Lawfully, dude.
It looks like
that's a retaliation by your officer and Donnie Cotton. She had my keys. All she had to do was drop my keys off to me, right? She was coming back here. Why did my wife have to pay $100 to get that vehicle off of a tow bag?
So I guess, you know,
I'm going to keep
the time is coming.
It is.
It's you're the statute of limitations, so obviously that's why you're here.
That's obviously why I'm here. I'm going to be here a lot between now and the 15th.
I mean, I've kind of given you the answer that I've gotten.
I need to know more, dude. I really need to know more. And I apologize for yelling at you. I really do. And your guys have been really good with the finger lately, so I know you've probably heard that. So I'm just seeing how thick your guys' skin is, bro.
Yeah, I got you. And
just seeing how thick your guys' skin is.
It's a strange thing because, you know, a lot of times, like,
I don't like her, bro.
I know you don't.
I don't like her, man.
I know.
She treated me like when I was here.
Okay. Hang on one second, Rich. Are you okay to wait your turn while
Yeah. Whatever you're doing.
Yep.
I didn't want to interrupt.
No, I appreciate it.
Oh, you're good, man.
It's a little bit more unless you want to say requested everything, and I think, right?
You were on it. You got on
we
it.
did.
But I need to know, why are we not arresting Donnie Cotton? There's no answer they're giving me. All they're saying is we're not going to do it. There has to be a reason. If you let's take out the assault. Let's say that this was a mutual combat thing. He came up to me, I bellied up to him, I didn't take the step back to show the fear, he closed the gap. All right, so I didn't do that. Instead, I chose to say, I don't know, do you have to pound me? F you, and you hit me. We were belly to belly.
All right.
All right, so that's maybe a mutual combat type thing. He doesn't get charged, I don't get charged, right? How come I got charged and he didn't get charged? And
That day.
yeah. Why? And let me ask you this. Go back and watch the video, the police body cam. His guys all say, now let me ask you this. You and me are having that heated conversation out there in the thing like we just had, right?
Well, I didn't get it.
Right.
Did I?
But anyways, I'm heated. Maybe she's
Right.
heated. Maybe she's heated. We're having a conversation. We're belly to belly. Where are your two officers standing there? Where are they looking? Are they looking out at this? Is that the Hubble Space Telescope up? No, they're not. They're looking intently at you and me.
And next shocked everyone standing there. Rich doubled down on his accusations, claiming the legal system itself had failed him from the very beginning. He argued that prosecutors, investigators, and local officials ignored evidence that allegedly proved he acted in self-defense. According to Rich, bodycam footage exposed contradictions, false narratives, and what he described as an attempt to weaponize law enforcement against him. He became especially emotional while describing the condition of his destroyed phone, claiming visible hammer marks proved it had been intentionally damaged after officers confiscated it. The more he spoke, the more the encounter transformed from a roadside argument into a public indictment of the entire justice process surrounding his case. Officers continued engaging calmly, acknowledging prior conversations and investigations, but Rich remained laser-focused on one question. Why had Donnie Cotton not been arrested despite what he believed was overwhelming evidence of assault, perjury, and retaliation?
Both of those guys that came out there that day said they didn't see you through the first punch? That's bullshit. That is bullshit. There is no way that two guys who are your guys are going to be looking off into space and say, no, I didn't see it. You know why they said that? Because they didn't know what this captured right here.
All right.
That's why they said that. I'm telling you, dude, you got to watch that body cam footage. He's lying through the whole thing. Why isn't he being arrested on the perjury charges? You know what? You know why they dropped the charges on me, bro? Guess why? Because I was going to take it to trial. I would love to have put Donnie Cotton up on the stand, an elected official, and depose him and say, you're either lying in this video or you're lying here today. Which one is it? They didn't want that. That's what it come down to.
I mean, you know as well.
How you doing?
I can't speak for, you know, what decision the court makes or, you know, the DA's office.
Dude.
But
So I am telling you right now, Donnie Cotton is perjuring himself in the body cam footage. It does not relate to the video. It's not what was shown in the video. There's only 1 minute and 12 seconds that's missing out of that video, and I have the audio for it if you would like to hear it.
But if they say in their depositions that they didn't see you through the first punch and the video doesn't capture their eyes looking at
Dude, they were standing right there recording it. The guy has his camera out recording. I pass by him and he's recording it. I actually say to him, I go, hey, turn it sideways, you'll get a better picture. He's like, no, we're good. I'm recording you. You're recording us. We're good.
Okay. I can't.
But, I mean, why, man? I just want to know why. Get me an answer. You get me an answer, and I'm out of here tomorrow, man. I'll never come back and see you guys again. I promise. Why isn't Donnie Cotton being arrested for perjury? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
And because the body cam footage clearly states that I did not walk up to him, mace him, and punch him in the face like his written statement says. That's not what happened. Why isn't that being addressed? Because his daughter sits in the legislative board, bro. That's why, and it works in that same building.
I don't know what. I've never met who. It's the daughter.
Yeah, Brittany Viscami. Her husband sits on the town of Little Falls board.
I don't know.
He's a town of Little Falls. Anthony Viscami.
Viscami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know them more.
He used to work with Donnie Cotton too. So there's another. Another link.
Like I say, when this was all going on, you gave us stuff to present. We took everything.
You did, man.
Without a,
But
shred of.
somebody should be asking him a question over there going, dude, I have watched the video. Watch the video. Watch the video that I post. Watch when I take the lies. Watch when I take the lies apart. I have. If you want all the body cam footage, I'll have it. I'll let you see it. I have all your guys. Well, with the exception of AJ, who forgot to put his body cam footage on.
Who?
AJ Scalise.
Oh.
He actually mutes it out for 20 minutes while Donnie Cotton's spewing lies. So I'll never get that back. But he lies through them whole videos, dude. And you guys aren't doing nothing about it. It's perjury, and now y'all are protecting him. What?
You can't say we didn't do anything.
But you're not. What are you guys doing about his lies?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he put a statement down that says, I turned and looked in his truck, got angry, and then walked up to him, maced him, and punched him in the face. That did not happen. We can see in the video that he was the aggressor. He came back up to me with a closed fist, and he stood 1 inch from me. That's not me being the aggressor. I actually turned into his thing. I said, dude, we can lawfully just look right in the vehicle. I said, it's not against the law. He became angry, not me. Was I angry when he was up to my car, sir? No, I was not.
I don't want to get too much into the weeds
Yeah.
about everything and just tell you what we've done, tried to.
So I am
because I don't know if
I am
the right to
officially
counsel
asking
still
you.
attaches.
I am officially
so if I
asking
get
you
into a
to
case of
arrest Donnie
everything-
Cotton for clear perjury charges. Clear perjury charges. All you gotta do is watch 2 videos, and you're gonna know that he was lying. Two videos. You watch an 8-minute and 31-second one, and you watch that 39-minute video, and Donnie Cotton is lying all through that damn thing.
And that everything that you're talking about was shared and given to the DA's office.
That he was about the perjury, all that. Yeah. You got the body cam footage. You think they're actually going through there, looking to see that Donnie weaponized the police? No, they were looking for, where did Rich have that can of mace when he was recording? That's exactly what they were looking for.
Now pay attention, because this is where the constitutional argument becomes impossible to ignore. Rich argued that the entire investigation violated his Fifth Amendment and due process protections. He claimed he clearly informed officials multiple times that he was at the location to file a lawful FOIL request, yet authorities allegedly portrayed him as someone simply harassing people and recording license plates. According to Rich, this false narrative was intentionally created to justify his arrest and undermine his credibility. He passionately explained how citizens who understand their constitutional rights can expose misconduct, even when facing enormous pressure from law enforcement and government officials. The conversation revealed a growing distrust between citizens and institutions, with Rich portraying himself as a man fighting against a system designed to protect powerful insiders. And despite the intensity of the confrontation, he continued demanding one thing above all else: transparency and accountability from the officials involved.
Because I had all the right in the world to have that in my hand, concealing it in my hand.
I don't want to get into it, because I'm trying to recall.
You don't have to.
I'm trying to remember your video that you had taken, because
it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a hot minute.
So I'm sure, obviously, you're a lot more.
Oh,
you were there.
Trust me. I've watched it 1,000 times. I know every word in that thing. Actually, I'm gonna head over to the county building. I'm gonna let Brittany in, I'm gonna play her dad on a loop in my pocket. Do I gotta pound you over and over and over?
I didn't
We'll
know
see how that
there was
goes.
any relationships like that.
There is, dude. There is. It's through that county. It's through that.
Trying to explain to you how
I know
unbiased I am in your situation, in any situation, because I.
But I just don't know why somebody's not standing up to him, going, man, take the assault out of it and say that we were just the mutual combats, right? Mm-hmm. There's still all this shit that he did after that, man. I didn't do anything lawful after that assault, or unlawful after that assault. I was in goddamn custody. He was the one that spewed his shit for the next 40 minutes.
And, and I can stand here for the state police and just kind of tell you that we took everything. It took a lot of resources, energy, and time for everything that you've given to us that we've collected, whether it be our specialized computer crimes unit that had, came in and their thing to get video footage.
It cost me money to get my video footage. I wish you guys could have got that for me.
And I mean, if we, I'm just trying.
I'm over.
I like to try and reassure people.
I'm $3.5 grand in the hole from that day.
And I'm just trying to reassure you that, we've done what we can as an agency, and everything.
I get it. I get it. I mean, but I just wish that somebody would have the balls to stand up to the DA's office over there and say, hey, listen, this really happened. He really is lying on this. He's really lying on this. And dude, you can't make out a statement like that to have somebody arrested and then later come to find out it's a lie. That's perjury. So I'm requesting today that you watch the videos and that Donnie Cotton be arrested for perjury. I'll make a statement out if I can.
Okay. Well,
can I make a statement?
You want me to rewatch the videos?
I want you to rewatch the videos. Okay. And then I want to come make a statement out and say that in that video, Donnie Cotton weaponized the police with lies, and the video does not line up with his sworn statement, and I would like him arrested for perjury.
Okay. Well,
so, can I give you some time to watch the video? Because perjury charges.
Put a pin in this for now, and
what's the statement?
For now, and call you. Put a pin in this.
Yeah. We can do that. We can do that.
And I will.
I'm a reasonable person, man. I'm really pissed about the Donnie Cotton thing, bro. That's the only thing. Because let me ask you this: I just went over here and I did the building across the street. Those guys were great, right? What's considered reasonable? All your laws, your New York state laws, your federal laws are all based upon what a reasonable person would do. If I can go to 50 of these town barns and they treat me just like they did right there across the street, nice and cordially, right? And then I go to Donnie Cotton, and the one time that I get attacked, what's reasonable? Is their reaction reasonable, or is Donnie Cotton's reaction reasonable to the camera? I'm going to tell you right now, too. He told Chad McManus, who McManus works up there with Cotton, his brother.
Was he there?
He's one of Donnie Cotton's workers. McManus, it's not Chad, it's his brother. Chad McManus works for the New York State Thruway Authority. Chad said...
I know you're out there. Were you doing the homeless...
Yeah, I was. Yeah. But Chad McManus... I grew up with Missy Twitchell on 3rd Ave, Montgomery Street.
Yeah.
And Missy was telling me that Chad has firsthand knowledge that Donnie Cotton told him straight out that I punched him in his face and grabbed his camera because he was being a fucking dick and he was recording me.
Well, is this someone that it would come forward to attest to? I mean... Yeah,
if I go over and tell him that I'm going to post a video of his wife giving me all this shit in the county, and then that's coercion.
Oh. Well, it's just I don't know if it's on you.
I can't do that.
I just say the question out loud.
I would imagine he would say, "I'm sorry, I don't know anything." You know what I mean?
Right.
So really, what I was trying to do, and he hasn't gotten back to me, is just to get him alone and set the cameras aside and have a conversation with the guy.
Even darker turn. Rich began describing what he believed was outright retaliation involving the towing of his vehicle. According to him, his car had been legally parked, his keys were already in police possession, and there was absolutely no legitimate reason for the vehicle to be impounded. Yet he claimed Donnie Cotton used his authority as highway superintendent to order the tow anyway. Rich argued that this was another example of officials weaponizing government power against a citizen who challenged them publicly. He pointed out how his wife was forced to pay money to recover the vehicle, adding even more frustration to an already explosive situation. Despite moments where officers appeared sympathetic and attempted to maintain calm, Rich remained emotionally charged and deeply suspicious of everyone connected to the investigation. To him, every unanswered question became further proof that the system was protecting insiders instead of pursuing justice.
Oh.
And just see, because he knows what bullies are, and the bully is Donnie Cotton.
Well,
let me tell you what, that man doesn't have any friends,
Have something new, let's say that does happen, or...
Well, I got 10 days.
Something changes, then we can review things.
I got 10 days.
But if...
And Lauren is the only one that I will get out of my car and record while she's doing a traffic stop, because I don't like to do that. But I will put her life in danger.
I know.
Thank you.
As long as you're being reasonable with your constitutional rights, I expect these guys to be reasonable with how they're treating you, and, The sign thing, all right.
Dude, you got to get, that right there is a traffic sign that you would have got from the town of Herkimer across the street. That's all that is. That's a traffic, that is not a demarcation sign for pedestrians or the public. Okay. All that is...
My understanding, it's different than what you're saying.
No, that's not. That's a traffic sign. Because what it would say if you didn't, I don't know. Where is it?
You want a posted sign?
No, where you guys have signs where it just says unauthorized personnel, or no unauthorized personnel, or authorized personnel only. That would actually be better. Yeah, authorized personnel only.
You don't think that serves, in your opinion? I don't think
that doesn't serve as a deterrent. That tells me I can't drive my car back there.
But it says do not. I'm not getting into the weeds about it, but it says do not.
Let me ask you this. So let's say I walk down the street this way and I walk up the sidewalk right here. I'm not even passing that sign. I'm over on the side. I didn't see the sign. I'm on the sidewalk, which tells me I can walk on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah, but what's reasonable? If a sign says "do not enter," it doesn't say vehicles do not enter."
But that's a vehicle sign. That is an actual vehicle sign that's posted on a road side that says "do not enter."
Yeah, but let me just ask you this: you don't, because we talk about reasonable, and the sign says "do not enter." And it's a police installation.
So I absolutely wouldn't drive my vehicle back there. What's stopping me from going over here? This is public property over here. I can go back here, right?
To an extent.
What? Now I got to go over there to see where that sign is to realize there's an invisible line over here?
I mean, dude, I don't want to arrest you for trespass anyway. I give you a piece of paper and you read.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. If you arrested me for that, dude, there would be an issue. I'm just saying that what would be reasonable is any place where somebody can enter the property,
right?
Without having to pass right directly in front of that sign over here.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
if it was a perfect world, the state or the landlord here would pay for fencing, you know, because I'm
Yeah,
sure
you
you
guys
remember the
do.
Pennsylvania state trooper that got shot
You should have fencing
2 or
up.
3 years ago.
You should have a gate. Well, you
Yeah.
can close the gate. Now, if there's
I
a gate
agree.
and it's closed, absolutely not.
I agree.
You know, I'm not coming in.
Sometimes
You
it's
know?
hard enough to get toilet paper. I mean, they argue with me, but
What was your first
All
name
right.
again?
Mac.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, as good as I
All
suck you. Watch the video.
Okay.
Watch them too, man. Watch
I always
the
return
8 minutes,
phone
the 8
calls
minutes
when
and
it's on.
31 second. Watch the 39-minute video, and you're gonna see, dude. And would you do me a favor and pull these statements, and just look at Donnie Cotton's statement and see if it lines up with the moment the truck, when I look in his vehicle, from the time he comes over, grabs my shit, and punches me in the face. What he's saying on that piece of paper and what you actually see in that video are two different things.
No,
And
I can do that and call you.
I appreciate you, man.
I always, when
All right,
you
man.
call or I call you, it's,
Yeah, you do. You give me a call back.
you know, I know we're having this disagreement about the sign. This is the first time we're having this
Yeah.
disagreement. If,
What was the first time I had enough
If
balls
you
to
just-
actually walk past your side?
and I'm not saying, what I'm asking you now is if we can just continue this relationship and you know, come inside where it's warm, so I'm not friendly.
You shivered. You
I
shivered
make
for
a joke, but-
you shivered for 5 minutes.
I know. And like,
after.
if that's where we're gonna stand, then I'll.
Hey man, I appreciate
This
you,
is
man.
better. All right.
So will you give me a holler back?
I will.
You got my number, right?
Yep. I do.
Thank